Media laundering, aka information laundering, advances dangerous plans, schemes, and agendas by deceiving and misinforming the public. This method follows the techniques, tactics, and procedures of the devil and his demons. The word laundering in this context originally began with the term money laundering, which I assume you've heard. There are many examples of money laundering, and one could be how drug cartels do it. They have something that is illegal, drugs, that is worth money. So how do they launder this dirty money, the drugs, and make it clean into legitimate money? Let's say they have $1 million worth of cocaine. They hire a number of low-level drug dealers who sell on the streets over a period of time and then end up with cash. Then this cash is deposited into many different bank accounts in small amounts to not raise any red flags. From there, they may end up having all these bank account holders owned by low-level drug dealers wire money to a master account of a shell company that never provides any service or product they allegedly paid for. Now they have $1 million of clean and legal cash to do what they want with it, but its source was illegal and evil. With this now clean money, they could buy real estate, weapons, or whatever just to continue their agenda and grow. Media or information laundering is the altering of news, false or otherwise, from unverified sources and bringing it into the mainstream. Again, media or information laundering is the altering of news, false or otherwise, from unverified sources and bringing it into the mainstream. It's so obvious if you watch the news today that this is happening all the time. This results in advancing disinformation in such a way that makes it accepted as legitimate information, legitimate news, even though its source was a lie. Many press and social media organizations are media laundering operations that wash unpopular ideas or lies out to the public on behalf of and in collusion with politicians, corporations, activists, entertainers, government agencies, and generally powerful people who have an agenda. The way they work is a three-step process. They introduce, confuse, and then accept. First step is they introduce this information, a lie, or whatever evil it is they want to be consumed, to the public, knowing it's a lie, but spinning it as the truth and a legitimate issue into discussions of politics and culture. Then the second step is confusion, which involves concealing the source of the lie, misinformation, and finer details of a particular issue through a series of rhetorical tricks. They use words designed to have an impressive or persuasive effect on its audience, but it's lacking in the sincerity or meaning. These range from emotional manipulation, euphemisms, and policing tone to attacking people, not the issues, and dodging legitimate questions. And the final and third step, acceptance, is in an approved position, an accompanying narrative that has been created for use by other journalists, politicians, entertainers, and other people who rely on the media for information. This is the way Satan works. He pushes out lies, makes it appear to be true, and often well-meaning people believe it. And they spread that to others. When those certain evil media organizations see that their lie has been laundered, washed, and declared acceptable, the people behind the scheme can apply maximum pressure in every area of society to ensure conformity. What is a big shame is the press, aka media, is abusing and hiding behind the First Amendment of our Bill of Rights, which also includes the freedom of the press. A godly press would cover various issues honestly and from a balanced perspective, but instead we have a large number of media organizations that are an activist press, whose goal is to sway public opinion through nefarious ways from a nefarious source. It's fake news. I'm not talking about various talk show personalities who clearly present themselves as they are and their positions. That is fine with me, regardless of whether they are left or right. I'm talking about news shows and newspapers that present themselves as legitimate sources of news, but they lie and they manipulate. They have an agenda to push, and a percentage of our ignorant population believe what they say. There's been many examples of how media colludes. For example, the Hunter Biden laptop scandal that now all the media acknowledges it is true. Right before the 2020 presidential election, when the news hit of the existence of the Hunter Biden laptop and its damning content, led by an article in the New York Post, the vast majority of media pushed out the same exact message. It's a conspiracy theory. There has to be some primary source that messages out to these media outlets the exact same message, aka talking points, to push out to the public. At the same time, they squashed and debunked the New York Post story and canceled individual social media postings because they claimed it was debunked, but it wasn't. Whether the story was true or not, it should not have been suppressed. We the people should hear both sides and let us decide what to believe or not believe. These dark forces remove our choice to decide what message or story to believe in and only give us one choice to consume. These dark forces do this all the time, and there are many, many examples. They want to and have succeeded in manipulating the masses with their narratives. In legal proceedings, a sworn testimony is evidence given by a witness who has made a commitment to tell the truth. They are asked, "Do you solemnly swear or affirm that you will tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?" In other words, the witness must give the absolute truth about something without omission, embellishment, or alteration. Let's break this down for a minute. Truth is you do not lie. Whole truth means you don't leave out any truths because that could be misleading. Nothing but the truth means you don't add other things, color the truth and alter it because that could also be misleading. We must be persistent in demanding answers to the most important questions of the day and not be deceived by the media or people. Many media organizations like to portray themselves as a moral compass, but their schemes show they are the opposite. They are immoral and have an agenda. They present themselves as a moral arbitrator of truth and decide what they believe we should be told or not. The takeaway for you is to be aware of what is going on. Don't automatically believe what you see, read, and hear. Have some discernment. If you read the news, also go to some alternate source versus just the big media organizations to give you some perspective. Nowadays, with simple and inexpensive technology, you can manipulate images, video, and audio. You can create a video of any person, overlay their face, and have them say whatever you want, even though it's not the actual person and they never say what's in that video. You can expect more of this happening in the future. First, ask yourself, what is the source of this news? Ask why are they presenting this news in a manner they are presenting it. Question if they have any hidden agendas. Use your God-given ability, the Holy Spirit that is inside you, to discern what is good or bad.